found Stevenson's body Wednesday morning. She'd been shot point blank in the chest. Police say her husband, Michael Smith, is to blame.
She paid for the wedding. She paid for the jewelry. She paid for everything. And on October 25th, 2023, she paid with her life. October 24th, 2023, evening, Dallas, Texas. Dishaye Stevenson stops answering her phone. Her 16-year-old daughter, Jemiah, tries calling. Once, twice, 5 times, nothing. And here's the thing. Dishaye doesn't go silent. Ever. This is a woman who ran her own business. Shea Money Purses and more. Successful tax preparer. The kind of person people called bubbly, the life of the party. She was 35 years old and she was holding her entire family together. Her mother, partially paralyzed after a stroke. Dishaye took care of her every single day. Her daughter never went without. Not once. Dishaye was the person everyone leaned on. The one who showed up, always. September 11th, 2022. Dishaye gets married to Michael Smith. She pays for the wedding herself. A year later, she takes him to Jamaica, gifts him $10,000 worth of jewelry. She wanted this to work. She poured everything into it. Money, time, hope. But you know what's crazy? It still wasn't enough for him. By October 2023, Dishaye had made a decision. She was done. She was planning to file for divorce. And the moment Michael found out, that's when everything shifted. Because here's what most people don't realize. The most dangerous time in an abusive relationship isn't when you stay, it's when you try to leave. What happened in the hours after Dishaye went missing would lead investigators to a parking lot, to surveillance footage that showed something disturbing happening inside a parked car, and to a single sandal that would tell the entire story. By 7:20 the next morning, her body would be found on the side of a road, shot in the chest, left there like she didn't matter. Stay with me until the end of this video. I'm going to share 2 critical tips that could help you or someone you love recognize the warning signs before it's too late. But first, you need to understand how a woman who did everything right still couldn't escape. How does a woman who gave everything, who did everything right, still end up dead on the side of a road? Welcome to True Crime Footprint, where we unveil the darkest mysteries and the most terrifying true crime tales. Kindly hit that like button, subscribe to this channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss any of our new stories. Your support keeps these stories alive. Let's talk about what this marriage actually looked like. Dishaye, she gave everything. Financially, emotionally, constantly. Michael Smith, jealous, controlling, always accusing her of cheating. And here's the messed up part. She wasn't, not even close. But the accusations never stopped. Her sister Jasmine saw it from the beginning. She called them what they were. Red flags, lots of them. But Michael knew how to play the game. In front of family, he was nice, calm, charming even. You'd never guess what he was like when the door closed. That's how it works, right? The mask stays on in public. It only comes off when no one's watching. And Dishaye kept trying, kept proving herself. She built her business from scratch. Shea Money Purses and more. Then grew her reputation as a tax preparer. She was independent, self-made, strong. But instead of being proud, Michael seemed threatened by it. The trips, the gifts, the jewelry, none of it mattered. Jasmine said it best. She did everything in her power to show him that she loved him no matter what. And it was never enough. Because this wasn't about love. Not really, it was about control. When you're with someone who constantly questions where you are, who you're talking to, what you're doing, that's not protection, that's possession. And possession doesn't let go quietly. By fall of 2023, Dishaye reached her breaking point. She was planning to divorce him. She told the people closest to her she was getting out. But here's what a lot of people don't realize. The moment you decide to leave an abuser is the moment you're in the most danger. It's not about love anymore. It's about losing control. And some people would rather destroy you than let you walk away free. Michael didn't know yet. Or maybe he did. Maybe he sensed it. Maybe someone told him. Maybe he just felt her pulling away. Either way, time was running out. On the night of October 24th, Dishaye's phone went silent. And by 7:20 the next morning, her body would be found on the side of a road, 3 minutes from where her car was parked. Have you ever stayed in something longer than you should have because you kept thinking it would get better? Drop a comment because Dishaye's story shows what happens when hope meets control. If you believe that abusers count on people staying silent and looking away, then don't scroll past this. Hit that subscribe button because stories like this don't get told unless we refuse to ignore them. Tuesday, October 24th, evening. Dishaye's phone goes completely silent. Her daughter Jemiah tries to reach her. No response. And Jemiah knows. She knows something's wrong because her mom doesn't do this. Not ever. Jasmine, Dishaye's sister, gets the call. Immediately, she and their cousin Anita start moving. No waiting. No hoping she'll call back in an hour. They track Dishaye's car using location tools. And they find it. Parked at Pleasant Village Apartments, the same complex where Michael's father lives. Anita's studying criminal justice. So when she walks up to that car, she's looking at everything. And she sees it. A big handprint, smudged across the driver's side window. Not a casual touch. Forceful. Aggressive. Something happened here. Then Jasmine pulls out her phone. She's scrolling through a local crime blog. And she stops. Woman found shot to death. Near Lincoln Memorial Cemetery, 3 minutes away from where they're standing. Her stomach drops. Wednesday morning, 7:20 a.m. Officers confirm what the family already fears. Dishaye Stevenson, 35 years old, shot in the chest, left on the side of Murdoch Road like she didn't matter, like she was nothing, but she was everything to them. Detectives pull surveillance footage from the apartment complex, and this is where the story locks into place. The video shows Dishaye and Michael arriving in separate cars. She parks. He parks. Then she gets into his vehicle. The car sits there. Minutes pass. Then you see it. Movement inside. A disturbance. Something's happening. And then they drive off together. She never comes back. Investigators knew where it happened. They knew who did it. But the evidence they found inside Michael Smith's car, that's what made this case airtight. If you saw someone you loved getting into a car with someone you didn't trust, would you intervene? Or would you assume they know what they're doing? Honest answers only. Drop them below.
Dishaye Stevenson was bubbly, always the life of the party, and always loving on her family. 3! Making sure her 16-year-old daughter had it all, serving as a caregiver for her mom who had a stroke and is now partially paralyzed. And to top it off, trying to be the perfect wife.
She did everything in her power to show him that she loved him no matter what.
But her sister Jasmine says somehow that love was not enough.
It was a lot of red flags.
Red flags the family didn't catch in time. Police found Stevenson's body Wednesday morning. She'd been shot point blank in the chest. Police say her husband, Michael Smith, is to blame.
Like, I just don't understand. I just want to know why. Why would you take my sister from us? Like, why?
Family says they knew something was wrong Tuesday night when Stevenson's daughter called to say she couldn't get a hold of her mom.
She never leave my niece, no matter what. She never leave my mama, no matter what.
So she called her cousin Nita, and they started looking for her. They tracked her car to these apartments where Stevenson's father-in-law lives.
I seen a big handprint on the driver window. And, you know, I'm a criminal justice major, so I started trying to use like different contact clues.
Then came a post from a community blog.
It said that it was a lady shot to death, which was like 3 minutes from where we was at.
When they got there, police confirmed the worst, and officers began searching for Smith. They tracked him to this home. Video shows SWAT outside. But Smith wasn't there. A short time later, police tracked him here to a barbershop not far from that home, where cell phone video captures officers taking him into custody.
Just get away, get out of the situation. I don't wish this on nobody. Nobody.
Her family sending that message to anyone else who may be going through something similar.
Dishaye's family fought for answers. They tracked her down themselves. If you think families like hers deserve justice, hit that like button and share this story. Don't let her name disappear. Police locate Michael Smith's car in his driveway. And what they find inside? It's all there. Visible. In plain sight. 3 pieces of evidence that tell the entire story. First, blood. Fresh. in the front seat. Second, a bullet shell casing. Driver's side, right where he was sitting. Third, a single sandal. Dishaye's sandal. Still in the car. That sandal matched the one she was wearing when they found her body. He didn't even bother to get rid of it. Officers track Michael down to a nearby barbershop. When they find him, he's barely coherent. So high on PCP he can't stand straight. They take him to the hospital first, then straight to jail. Bond, $1 million. Some people wondered if the drugs explained what happened. Like maybe he wasn't in his right mind. But here's the thing. Drugs don't create violence. They reveal it. The jealousy was already there. The control was already there. The rage was already there. The PCP just took the mask off. A grand jury reviews the evidence. Formal murder indictment. The case moves forward. August 2025, nearly 2 years after Dishaye's death. The verdict comes in. Guilty. Michael Smith is sentenced to 55 years in prison. Jasmine Stevenson, Dishaye's sister, speaks after the sentencing. I just don't understand. I just want to know why. Why would you take my sister from us? Like why? There's justice, but there's no closure because no sentence brings her back. No verdict fills the hole she left behind. I told you at the beginning I'd give you 2 tips that could save your life or someone else's. Here they are. Tip 1. Trust your gut about jealousy and control. If someone constantly accuses you of cheating when you're not, isolates you from friends and family, or makes you feel like nothing you do is ever enough, that's not love. That's control, and control escalates. Tip 2. The most dangerous moment is when you leave. If you're planning to leave an abusive relationship, do not tell them first. Make a safety plan. Tell someone you trust. Contact a domestic violence hotline. Have an exit strategy, because statistically, that's when abusers become killers. But there's one piece of this story that still haunts everyone who knew Dishaye, and it's the question nobody can answer. Do you think 55 years is enough for taking a mother, a daughter, and a caregiver away from everyone who needed her? Let me know what you think justice should look like. Look, maybe you don't think you'll ever need to know this stuff. Maybe you think domestic violence only happens to other people. If that's you, it's understandable. Don't forget you could save someone else with the tips we provide here. But if there's even a chance this information could matter one day, don't gamble on it. Subscribe now. Turn on notifications. So let's come back to the question that haunts everyone who knew her. Why? Dishaye gave him everything. Love, money, devotion, patience. She built a life. She took care of everyone around her. And he still killed her. In 2023, the year Dishaye was murdered, Texas recorded at least 179 deaths from family violence. 83% of the victims were women. Dishaye was one of them, and she won't be the last. Because this isn't just her story, it's happening right now, in your city, on your street, maybe in a house you drive past every day. Think about what she left behind. A 16-year-old daughter who lost her anchor. The person who made sure she had everything she needed. A partially paralyzed mother who lost her caregiver. The one person who showed up every single day without fail. A sister who lost her best friend. A community that lost someone who gave endlessly and asked for nothing in return. Dishaye's family saw the red flags. They warned her. They supported her. They did everything right, but they couldn't protect her because abusers don't show their true face in public. They save it for when the door closes, when no one's watching, when it's already too late. She paid for the wedding. She paid for the trip. She paid for the jewelry. And in the end, she paid the ultimate price for trying to take her life back. So here's what I want you to ask yourself. How many Dishayes are out there right now? How many women are being told they're overreacting? How many are being accused, controlled, isolated? And how many are one decision away from becoming a statistic? To Dishaye's family, especially Jemiah, Jasmine, and Jeanette, our hearts are with you. No sentence brings her back, but her story will be remembered. Who in this story could have done more? The family? The system? Or is this just what happens when someone decides they'd rather destroy you than let you go? I'm reading every comment. Tell me what you really think. If this story shook you, don't just feel it and move on. Hit that like button. Share this with someone who needs to see it. And if you're not subscribed, do it now, because Dishaye's story is one of thousands. And we're not stopping until every single one gets told. Turn on those notifications. Our hearts ache for Dishaye's family. Words feel inadequate, but please know you are held in deepest sympathy and prayers. May you find strength and comfort in the memories of Dishaye. Thank you for watching, for your attention, and for joining us on this journey of reflection. Stay informed, stay vigilant, and above all, stay safe. See you on our next video.